Vickie. Welcome to Make Life Special and another visit in Vickie's kitchen. Today we're going to make coconut cream cheese pie. The ingredients for the pie are, we start with first a refrigerated 2 cups of milk, coconut extract or flavoring, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and for this recipe the cream cheese needs to be at room temperature so it will blend in better. A 15-ounce can of cream of coconut, 7 ounces of coconut, and 4 packages of instant vanilla pudding, and these are the 3.4 ounce size. And then you'll need 16 ounces of Cool Whip, and the Cool Whip also needs to be thawed. Now to start with, I like to roll pie crust out between 2 pieces of wax paper. And a little trick that my mom always used to do is, in order to get the wax paper to hold onto the counter and not scoot around quite so much, put just a little bit of water on the counter and then put your wax paper down. I want to put some flour on the wax paper before I roll it out. And put some more flour on the top. And we do this so the wax paper doesn't stick to it. And again, you just roll it in every direction. And I think I just about got it to the right size. Measure it that way. And see, that will come off. Now we're going to very gently lay this in the pie pan, lifting it, positioning it about halfway across the pie plate, and placing it in. For a fluted edge, I like to take my knuckle and 2 fingers and just press it all the way around. And it makes a very pretty fluted edge on your crust. Now it's very important when you're baking an empty pie crust that you take a fork and prick the bottom and the sides. If you don't do this, the pie crust will bubble up in the middle as it bakes. And you want to prick all the way around. We're going to pop this in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes, and then we'll come back and make the filling. Okay, the pie crust is out of the oven, and at this point you want to reduce the oven temperature to 350 degrees because after we make the filling we're going to toast the coconut. So I've already reduced the oven temperature, and we're going to start now on the filling, which is the first step is 8 ounces, 2 cups of milk, and 1 15-ounce can of cream of coconut. And this really adds an extra coconut flavor to this pie. It's really good. All right, I'm going to start beating this now. And again, like I said, this step is going to take 3 to 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and add the pudding mix in. All right. I beat this mixture for about 4 minutes, and it's at the right point now to add the 4 packages of instant vanilla pudding. And also we're going to, at this point, add 3/4 of a teaspoon of coconut extract. And then I'm going to beat this mixture about 2 more minutes. Add the instant pudding. I'm going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of coconut extract. You know, some pies are really summertime pies and some are more fall and winter pies, but I think this particular pie is good year-round. The ingredients are readily available and it's just a great pie. Now, like I said, we're going to beat it at this point about another 2 minutes. I just finished beating this with the pudding mix and the coconut extract added to it for another 2 minutes. And now it's time to fold in 1 cup of the Cool Whip. Now, remember, folding is not the same as stirring because the Cool Whip has a lot of air incorporated into it, and you don't want to take that out at this point. Folding is going from the bottom of the bowl to the top and gently incorporating the ingredients. And again, going from the bottom of the bowl to the top and folding that in. I just finished folding in the Cool Whip, and here's what the filling looks like at this point. And you can really smell the coconut flavoring in this. So I'm going to set this aside, and now it's time to toast the coconut. And again, we're using a 7-ounce package of coconut, and this is sweetened coconut. And to toast it, we want to spread it out on a baking sheet. And we're going to bake it in a 350-degree oven for 8 minutes. I just took the toasted coconut out of the oven. I did stir it a couple of times during the toasting process because I didn't want any of it to burn. And you can see how it's just a very light golden brown. And at this point, I'm going to set this aside and let it cool. And we're going to fill the pie crust now with the filling. And again, remember, the pie crust does need to be completely cool before you put this filling into it. Okay. And when I get all of this in the pie crust, I'm going to smooth it out with my spatula, and then we'll top it with the Cool Whip. Okay, that looks good. And now we're going to spoon the Cool Whip on top. So this is the remaining Cool Whip. We used, if you remember, 1 cup in the filling, and then the rest of it goes on the top of the pie. Use an offset spreader to spread the topping on the pie. And then the finishing touch to this will be sprinkling the toasted coconut on the top. And we're going to come over and get some of the toasted coconut and sprinkle on top. This just makes a beautiful pie. Here's our finished coconut cream cheese pie, and I want to show you a little trick for how to cover the pie without disturbing the topping. I just simply put a few toothpicks very gently into the top of the pie. That should be good. Just enough to hold the top of the plastic wrap off of the pie. That, and one more piece should do it. Now I'm just going to pop the pie into the refrigerator until we're ready to serve it.